Hello, happy Tuesday at 2. I'm going to slowly adjust my laptop so I'm looking in the right place. I hope your Tuesdays are going well. It's Tuesday, what is it? Tuesday the 5th. Is that right? Is it the 5th? YouTube just told me I'm alive. It's the 5th. It's Tuesday the 5th. Happy Tuesday. My name is Megan. I'm a holistic integrative nutrition health coach and a personal trainer. I love to help people clean up their eating, heal their lives, lower stress, and come into more and more alignment with their worth and purpose. So that's who I am, and I'm here to chat with you today about guilt. We all know guilt well. Christy, hello. Hi, Christy. Comment if you guys hop in here, if you watch the replay, comment also. I know that the live stream comments unfortunately disappear. My computer wants to update right now. I think I'll cancel that. I hope this is working. Hopefully this is working. I'll update my computer later. But I like to start these lives Tuesday at 2 with breathing, a little bit of breathing, just 4 breaths to ground me, to ground the live, to ground the middle of your Tuesday. Is this a good height of computer? I think so. I'm still learning these because so on Instagram and Facebook, I generally go live from my phone. And on YouTube, I've gone live from my computer only. So it's sort of a new adventure. So we're going to breathe 4 times to our third eye. And we're just going to kind of ground and calm and peace and ease and give some love to our thinking and our beliefs. So hair out of my mouth. If you're sitting, feet on the floor. If you're standing, feet even. If you're driving, keep your eyes open. Inhale 1 breath to your third eye. Inhale. Exhale and clear. All of your beliefs, all of your thoughts need to be in alignment with what your heart feels. 3 more. Inhale to your third eye. Exhale and clear. Love yourself enough to hear your feelings, feel your feelings, and align your thoughts and beliefs with your feelings. 2 more. Inhale, white light to your third eye. Exhale, feel your heart, and then think, right? Heart first, then thoughts, then beliefs. Last one. Inhale, white light to your third eye. Exhale out. I belong, believing what my heart feels is true. Good. Yay, that grounded me. Again, if you join, comment. I love to chat through these, comment, ask questions. If you watch the replay, comment, ask questions. But we're going to talk about guilt, particularly around food today. And this is something, guilt is something, so many layers to that, right? I unpack guilt with my clients daily. I used to have to unpack guilt with myself daily. Now I'm at the point where I don't run guilt. I can't say ever, but it might be 5% of the time when it used to be all consuming, right? There's so many versions. There's so many scenarios. There are so many reasons, right? Like I was raised Minnesota Lutheran. People will say, oh, Minnesota Lutheran guilt, Catholic guilt, Jewish guilt, Asian parent guilt, Indian parent guilt, right? We all have our own versions. And I used to wield it very adeptly, particularly beating myself up internally on a regular basis, very regular basis for anything. We're going to talk about food today, but let me know if you still do or you used to let guilt drive you. It drove me, but it also drove me neurotic and awful and sick and allergies, right? Guilt is all about the shoulds and the shoulding and the should and the shoulding all over yourself, right? Should means you've basically already done something wrong, right? Oh, used to, Christy, exactly. I should really get my car mileage, my car checked because the 30,000 mile thing. You want to, you will. I will get my car checked. I am bringing my car to get checked. If I should, that means you already did something wrong by having not done it yet, right? Even if it's about the car, when we should on ourselves, it sucks. And an example around guilt around food that someone has brought up to me, she says she runs anxiety about being rude, not eating something or what's offered at someone's house. So this is just an example. We'll talk about other ones, but you show up at someone's house, right? And you're not, I mean, some of the surrounding guilt here is that you're already not confident exactly in what you should eat, right? And you're eating in your food choices to begin with, and then you perpetuate it with more shoulds. I really should eat that because she made it. I really should eat that because I'm in her house or at this event. Or yes, we do care about how people feel. We really do. And we want them to feel joy and light and happy and everything. We do. I do. Wish all of you joy, lightness, happiness. I do, truly. And also how people feel about you and your eating in particular, but in general is theirs. And my clients hear this from me every single day, but there is not enough of it. It is not yours what they feel ever. Even if they wake up cranky on the other side of the bed, it's still not yours, right? Or about a trip to Bar Harbor. It doesn't matter how they feel. We want them to feel joyful and light and happy, but ultimately we need to allow them their feelings, right? So what you choose to eat and put in your body is yours, and it's only yours. So if you don't eat pot roast, right, that's okay. And how they feel about you not eating pot roast is theirs, if this makes sense. Um, Yours is the choice every single day of every single thing that you put in your system. Every single thing you put in your system is your choice. So if you choose to eat something that causes you inflammation, right? Sometimes we make these choices, right? And we make these choices whether they're mindless or mindful. So if you choose to eat something that causes you inflammation and flares up your anxiety across the board, it's okay because it's your choice. Doesn't make you feel great, but it's still okay as long as you really chose. You don't have to eat anything. I mean, you have to eat food. But you don't have to eat pot roast if you don't eat pot roast or you don't like pot roast. You do not have to. You're the one making yourself eat that. Right? Even, I mean, they might be, a very maternal human or, a Jewish grandmother or a Norwegian mom or just eat and you need to eat. And it's okay if they're like that because that's how they are, but you still don't have to eat pot roast. And particularly if what you are assuming someone's feelings will be, that's not a time to eat something just because you're assuming someone's going to feel bad if you don't eat it. I'm giving you full permission. This is full permission to only eat what you choose. And if you choose to eat the pot roast and you don't eat pot roast, or if you choose to eat something inflammatory and you know that it's going to flare up your anxiety or whatever, it's okay because you chose it. But I want you to know that you choose. And you can choose and you can feel safe choosing and you can feel safe saying no, right? How you handle guilt. How do we handle guilt with this food example? So first, we are responsible to ourselves, right? In any situation, any guilt, you can apply this to food, you can apply this to not food, right? In any situation, we are responsible to ourselves just as gently as we have reserved for other people who we love and care about more than ourselves, right? We are responsible to ourselves. So respond to yourself first. Check in with what you really want to eat. Do you really want to eat the pot roast? If the answer is no, again, permission, please don't eat the pot roast. If the answer's like maybe a little bit, then truly take a little bit. And if they say, oh, that's all you're taking, you can say, I'm so excited about this. Thank you so much. And the green beans are whatever you want to say, right? But they're wanting to control your feelings is theirs and your feelings are yours, right? So Gabby Bernstein, you guys follow her? She's good. She's got some good books. She's a good speaker. She says, what do you know about that? What do you know about that? So you can say inside, I know that I feel so much more clear and my rheumatoid arthritis is eased when I eat this versus that. That's what I know about this, right? So then, okay, how do you want to feel? So what do you know about this? I know that I feel better when I eat this or when I don't eat that. How do I want to feel? I want to feel light and joyful and happy and pain-free and good. I want to feel good, right? So how do you get there? Do you get there by choosing to run fear and should around someone's feelings that will dissipate, or by responding to yourself, right? Because if we run fear and anxiety around how someone else will feel in regards to what we put in our body, that's rough. Don't get me wrong. The only reason I'm talking about this is because I've been there. I've been there with full bells on, eating things I didn't want to, or going back for seconds because I really want to make them feel good about what they made, to my body's detriment, right? So for example, if you have a child and your kid has food allergies or food sensitivities that cause them pain, will you tell the parents of the play date that he has food sensitivities or she has food allergies? Yes. Yes, you will. You will tell them. And guaranteed you will tell them. So you are your own firstborn child, right? I was there too, but thanks to you, no more. Christy has gone through such huge shifts, huge releases, huge lettings goes, huge openings up in across the, what do you call it? Planet, universe, spectrum. She's opened up with food. She's opened up with energy. She's opened up with clairaudience. She's opened up with relationships and family. And I love this example. Yeah, I was there too, but thanks to you, no more. And it's not to be bitchy and it's not to be the picky eater or the problem person or, oh, she just can't eat this. That other people create that for me. They'll be like, oh, Megan can't eat here. How do you know I can't eat there? There's a good chance I can eat anywhere I go and I will choose to eat or I will choose not to eat. And that's really not for anyone to say, right? It's more, I'm going for the company and the people and the socializing and the right. I'm going for other things. And if the food is delicious, and I can eat it, I will eat it. And if the food is not something I want to eat, I'm not going to put it in my system because it will mess up the rest of my day, my digestive tract for days. It will mess up my mental clarity, will be foggy, my emotions will be imbalanced, and I just don't choose that anymore. I used to choose that all the time because more other people's feelings were more important than mine, in my opinion. And so you are your own firstborn child. You met you first. You are the first person you met. And then you met your parents, and then you met your siblings and your friends, and then you met your husband, and then you met your children, right? You are so if you would go and tell the parents of your child's play date, you know what, she has a food allergy to this, then just be that person to you. Because no one else is going to now that you are an adult. If you're a 20-something adult or an 80-something adult, nobody's going to do that for you. I mean, some people might do that to you as the sacrificial lamb, or she can't eat this, right? That's a very different vibe. But also, so if another example, my RA and my anxiety flares up, my RA hands swell up, and I get super bloated and uncomfortable when I eat this, right? If that's an example, like if I eat fried food, my RA fingers get flared up, is one of my clients. So I love myself enough to choose every moment of every day what I eat. Whether I'm by myself, running to grab lunch, at work, going to a friend's house, I choose every moment of every day. I love myself enough. I love myself enough to choose every moment of every day what I'm going to eat, even in your house. even in your house. Respond to yourself first, just like you would your kid, right? Tell yourself it's okay that you choose to eat what you want to, that you choose to eat what you want to eat to make you feel mentally clear, emotional, balanced, physically the most strong and powerful in that moment as you can show up, right? And that the host's reaction, if you're eating at someone's house, is hers reactions. And it's only hers. It's her reaction and only hers. And your response to yourself is much more important than someone else being judgy all over what you eat. And that's not mine, right? That's not yours at all. And then you shift as you shift your responses in general to yourself and to her, in all honesty, your relationship shifts. Or it doesn't and tarries off, which is also okay. Because you only want to be around people, surround yourself with people, ingest company, that fills you and feeds you and makes you feel supported and seen and heard and fed and fueled and strengthened and empowered, right? The people that deplete us are also things that we ingest. The books we read are things we ingest, the TV we read. I'm totally, digressing somewhere else. But if this relationship is not going to support you feeling good and light and happy and balanced and, arthritis lessened and eased and everything, if this person doesn't support that, then this is not necessarily somebody who is going to be in your close circle, or that you need to soak in her feelings to make her feel better. And by eating her pot roast, I'm using this pot roast as a random example, but it's okay. Responding to yourself first, actually choosing how you feel, how you live, what you eat. It's the whole reason you're here. Responding to yourself first is the whole reason you're here, because you're the only person who gets to live in this gorgeous Lamborghini race car body you are renting, right? So if we go around running anxiety about being rude or not eating, grandma's famous Uber mayo potato salad, that's actually the opposite reason of why you're here on this planet, right? Choosing to have bloating, RA swell-ups, inflammation, pain, reactions to food because of what we're afraid they might think and feel, that's actually a really awful space to live in. I hope this feels supportive, because you don't have to be in a space where their feelings and their mindset matter more than yours. Again, I'm preaching this because I used to live in it. Give yourself grace and soften and breathe and have some water and respond to yourself like you do for your child. If you're at someone's house and you're like, oh, he'll have these things, he'll eat these things, and he'll be happy. He's allergic and sensitive to the rest, right? And thank you so much for this awesome hang. And I love what you've done with your room, right? Just change the topic and have fun. Eat if you can eat if you want to eat. I've talked in lives before, and I'll talk in more lives, like how to navigate going to parties. Here for a few minutes. Hi, Mary Z. I'm so glad you popped in for a few minutes. But I've talked before how to navigate eating at parties or gatherings, social gatherings, the holidays. We're in September, right? So tomorrow's Halloween, and then the next day is Thanksgiving, and that, right? It's just going to all pile up. Hi, Mary. Look, my girls are talking, Christy and Meredith. So it's really important that you understand, even if you just take the first step to understand that, what do you know about that? I feel so much better. My digestion is better. My mental clarity is better. My, heart palpitations, whatever you're struggling with, are better when I eat this, right? So how do I want to feel? I want to feel good and able to socialize and, whatever, have a great time at this party with these people and enjoy their company. So then what am I going to choose to eat, right? It's very connected, and you will show up as you intend more and more when you eat what benefits you the most, what you learn benefits you the most, or learn really doesn't benefit you and you don't belong eating that frequently, right? So guilt in all situations are the shoulds, right? And again, I unpack this, talk about this, process this with my clients daily. So if this resonates with you, you can let me know. You can comment further, like comment here. Is anything I say here, do you want to go further into it? Or is there another example with yourself that you came up with, right? If it resonates with you and you want to know how I work with people, message me. I put some links beneath this live, but we can talk. We can see, we can have a free call, eating without guilt call is what I like to call them, discovery calls, and see if my program is a good fit for you, because you can feel better more of the time. We're aiming for all of the time, right? But more and more and more. And a lot of that has to do with food. And a lot of that has to do with guilt. And there's no separation between the two, right? The stress we run, the guilt we run, the food we eat, it's all very connected. So anyway, I'm really glad that you guys were here. I hope that felt supported. I just wanted to put out sort of a blanket statement of support that you don't have to feel guilty when you eat. And we can have an eating guilt without guilt call. And it can be guilt at home alone or guilt at home eating at someone's house, right? Because a lot of people feel like they should eat this or shouldn't eat that, and they feel like that all day long, even if they're by themselves. So if that's you and it's not necessarily at other people's houses, or it gets louder at other people's houses, reach out to me. And thank you for being here, Christy, Meredith, and anyone who catches the replay, comment and I will write back. Happy Tuesday. I'll see you next week.